Hey, random people out there on the internet. So it's time to move forward to the next step in the process of making this bead loom. In the last one I showed where we put the rods in there and stuff. Now I need to glue the supports to the end pieces. So pretty simple process. You want to make sure you get the glue spread on there nice and evenly in the contact surfaces. This is going to go like this. So I need to put glue here and here. Yep, let me double check. Got that. Goes like this. And this goes like that. So here and here. Yeah, put your little bead of glue on there. Little bead along through here. And it's important that you have glue all along those contact surfaces. It's always good also to have a good glue spreader. And the best one I have found was right here on the end of my hand. I'm going to take cloth here and I'm going to use a little bit of mineral oil and mineral spirits on that cloth. That way I'll have a way to wipe off any excess glue that I have on my fingers and whatnot. So again, you want that glue to be all over the surface. And chances are you're going to have more glue than you need. So you'll get the squeeze out. We're going to try to deal with that as it rears its ugly head. Whenever you're doing glue, try to keep in mind if you're using any stain, you have to be a little bit careful to try to minimize how much glue is exposed, because stain and glue just don't get along very well. And a little mineral spirits there makes it pretty easy to get the glue off your fingers. But I'm going to go ahead and keep rubbing that in a little bit. With wood glue, the wood glue wants to get into the wood, not just on the surface of it. So every time you rub it a little more, you're pushing the wood down into those grains so that it becomes part of the wood when they bond together. Give you a nice tight bond. Alright, so now we got that. We're going to take it, put them together like this. And then we need some pressure on there, so we use a couple of little clamps. We'll clamp those together. Get a nice little bond. Now, when you're using trigger clamps, they're cheap and they're not exactly the best woodworking tool. But the main thing you need to remember is that it will try to shift on you. So you'll have to go back and make sure everything's nice and square before you tighten it all the way down. And I've heard different people say how much tightness you have to have and all that, but I got to be honest, I really don't think you have to sock that much pressure into it, because you want the glue to push into the pores, into the grain, but more pressure is not really going to make that much difference. Alright, so now is a good time to get some of that stuff out of the cracks. In the earlier video I said I didn't have much luck with this process, but I'm going to try it again anyway. If you have a seam, you cut a straw at 45 degrees. You can get a lot of that glue off in those cracks so it doesn't mess up your finish. It actually looks pretty good. I've said this in other videos as well. If you're gluing something together and you don't have any squeeze out, I bet you didn't use enough glue. Typically there will be some squeeze out all along the seam. And again, the stain doesn't like the glue. Where's that middle skirt at? There it is. Alright, so that's going to take at least a couple hours before I'm comfortable pulling it off those clamps. But you can see now how it's going to work. Be like that. A couple of little bolts on there and whatnot. It's going to be pretty cool. Well, Nona, if you're watching, I hope you like what you're seeing. But that's about it for now. We've still got a couple of other things that we need to do. The parts are, for the most part, I think we're done with the wood. But what comes next is putting some kind of finish on here and some kind of protective coating on that. So we're going to see that in an upcoming video, but that's going to be probably tomorrow because that's my last window of opportunity for the Texas weather. We're going to have a cold front come in. Texas cold front be in the 40s and 50s. So for us in Texas, that's cold. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks especially to you all who have chosen to subscribe to my channel and keep up with me. In the meantime, as always, please be safe.